James on chair, he doesn't need an introduction. Sean Strickland, what's up, man?
You're looking extra sharp today.
I appreciate that. I thought you were going to call me something else, so that's we're off to a good start.
Classy, bro. You're looking classy, man. Fucking Canada, bro. He's trying to represent, dude. He's on that work trip.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, Mrs. Lynch.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Hey, good to see you. How cool is it going on Joe Rogan's? Tell me how that all got set up. Did he must have hit you up, I guess.
Yeah, no, I think he might have, slid in my DMs and we talked about it. Yeah, Joe Rogan, dude. I've known Joe Rogan for a minute now. It was cool, dude. Yeah, he's a stand-up guy, man. The problem with me and Joe Rogan, dude, we all kind of believe the same.
Yeah.
We're both like libertarian leaning. We're anti-war, so after a while, it just becomes like, yeah, man, the government, right? Biden, we don't like that fucking guy. So every now and then, I just try to piss him off just to get the conversation, give me some entertainment.
Anything surprise you about talking to him, like in that format?
Nah, man, Rogan's a solid guy, dude. That guy hears a lot of crazy. I will say that did surprise me. Dad's an architect. When I was telling the stories about, some of the shit I grew up and you could see his fucking face, I'm like, Rogan, the fuck, man, you're a comedian, bro. This is your life, man. This should be like right on the board with you, man. But yeah, Rogan, he's a solid guy, man. He's a solid fucking guy.
And you're solid too, man. What a win that was a couple weeks ago over Abus. You sort of talked about it on Rogan's podcast, but the way that was all set up with his manager watching you spar and stuff, did you have a bit of a chip on your shoulder going into that fight?
So, man, the thing about Ollie, dude, it's fucking weird. I mean, Ollie has a rough past, dude. Like, I hope when I see chip on the shoulder, no, I don't give a fuck. Every fight's equal, man. It doesn't matter who the fuck I could be. I could go fight a fucking grandma on the street that cut me off, or I could go fight a UFC champion. Like, it's all the same. But with Ollie, man, there is some questionable shady there, dude. And like I said, I don't know if this happened or didn't happen, but I heard that he may have bet somebody, like a personal bet. Like, oh yeah, and then it ended up falling through. And I don't know if it did or didn't happen. But just kind of rough, dude. You watch me spar, and the next thing you know, it's like, hey, 3 weeks later, we got this guy. We want you to fight. And then, like, man, there's a lot of fucked up shit, you guys. I'm not going to go into it, but it felt like a little personal.
Yeah. Well, and I think the confusing part was he only had the one fight. You're an established veteran. You could talk about your record, but you're only losing to the best guys in the weight class. And one of them, Jared Cannonier, people felt you won that as well. So.
The thing is, dude, and now here's the thing, you guys. I called Ollie, a rat. There's a chance that me and Ollie are going to be fist fighting.
Really?
Oh, you tell me Ollie, of all people, you call him a
pretty big guy. I don't know, man.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping that I see Ollie and it's like, oh, Sean, you're a white trash motherfucker. I like you. Or it could be like, hey, you, Sean. Either way, man, I hope it's cool, but if not, I'm always down for a good time.
Did you sense in that second round that he was kind of done cardio-wise? I think that was the most surprising part of the fight.
After he let go, and man, it was so like soft. Like generally when you work hard for something, you got to get something out of it. Maybe some strikes, maybe some ground and pound. And just the fact he let go so delicate, like I was like, nah, you got nothing left. But
had you ever trained with him before? Because I feel like he was in Vegas a little bit doing some training.
He actually came down and trained with Saudi. He trained with some of my training partners. Abus, nice enough guy, man. But there's fucking levels of this sport. Here's the thing, you guys. You got these fucking Daggies and Russians. They go and they fight in these Russian leagues, and they're fighting fucking Russians, bro, that they just pull out of the crowd. So sometimes you got to be a little careful with these hype trains, And
why do you think Dagestani wrestling has been so successful?
I mean, Khabib really crushed Maycee, bro. She gave me the evil eye after I.
What happened?
She went on the tweet, and she was talking about like the fans telling her she should go kill herself, and I'm like, welcome to life. What do you think? They're just gonna say they want to have sex with you and you're pretty? Like that is the other side of the coin there, Miss Maycee. As you're loved, you were also hated. So I think she got a little mad because I called her being a.
Yeah, anyways, staying on track though, why do you think Dagestani wrestling is so successful?
I mean, I think it was. I mean, I don't think it's super successful. I mean, now, again, it's still there, but I think guys are adapting. They did really good at wrist rides and lacing legs, but I think guys are adapting to it, as all things. You had the Anderson Silva coming out fighting like Mayweather. Guys adapted. So, there's always checks and balances right now, and I think that's getting back into balance.
I think some people feel like, and I think there's a good argument for it, that you should be getting the next title shot against Israel Adesanya. I went back and watched that press conference at UFC 276.
What?
You guys were going back and forth, and I think that was the most entertaining part of that presser last year, even though you guys weren't fighting. Do you think that helps your case as well as the fact that you just got to finish?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I beat Cannonier in the eyes of the fucking scorecard. I hope it does, but man, Izzy's such a
don't you think because of the matchmaking we've seen, like they're giving Ikram Paulo Costa, they gave Abus you, it's more, and Colby's fighting, it looks like Leon Edwards, and the reason I bring that up is because it seems like the UFC's more concerned with entertainment as opposed to merit. I know Jared beat you, but you also came off a finish, and everyone's talking about you right now.
Again, that's the fight. That's the fight the fans want. And man, Izzy's such a fucking you guys. Have
you seen him this week?
No. I just can't wait for a weigh-in. I want to get a little Chinese flag and write on it, and be like, here you go. You forgot your flags. So,
what was it like? I know you guys all, you and him both used to be under the same management. Was there ever any talk of trying to keep you guys away from each other?
No. Again, you guys, I have no issues with Izzy. Like Izzy could sit down right now. I would say hi to him. He's one of the greatest kickboxers in the world. I don't deny that. I'm just saying who Izzy is as a person is a little so,
Has there been any dialogue with the UFC as far as your next fighter? I guess they're going to wait to see what happens tonight with Dracus.
We're going to wait. Obviously, Dracus goes and starches Whittaker. That's a fucking conversation. And, I don't mind, taking the back seat on that one. But, I mean, Izzy Whittaker for the third, fourth, whatever the fucking time it is, man. I don't know.
But don't you think as well that both Dracus and Rob have a lot of travel, even to get here, to take the fight, to do the camp? Do you think that plays into your advantage? Because you're a local at Vegas, you haven't had to travel anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. As long as you get there early, you got a good camp, it don't matter. Get there early, get a good camp, it don't fucking matter.
Is your contract up, or you have, what's sort of your status right now with your contract? You still on the same contract?
Oh, man, I don't even know what I'm not even.
It's not even concerned about that, yeah.
Well, my biggest thing, I haven't really done any contractual fights. We've all been like, hey, I want to make this, pay me this, and the UFC's really stepped up with what they paid me, and I thank them for that. So I have no idea.
Yeah, we don't have to get into numbers, but I heard you were paid very well for the fight with Abus.
Yeah, and it was flat pay too, man. They paid me flat pay, and again, I'm very grateful. So I was working with Sean Shelby, and Sean Shelby's a nice guy, but Mick Maynard, dude, Mick is the fucking man, you guys. He's just person will call me, he'll talk to me man to man. Mick Maynard is. It would be hard for me to go back to 170 purely just because Mick Maynard.
How's the podcast going? You guys are getting incredible numbers. There's obviously interest there. I love the joking around with your producer. He's got the hardest job in the world. He's got to bleep out all your swear words.
No, dude. Miguel, Mexican Jamie. I actually do. I met Jamie, dude. Jamie's a weird motherfucker, man. He's quiet, bro. He talks to you like he doesn't like you. I'm like, oh, yeah. I actually, the part of me thought maybe that Joe Rogan batters him, so he has the battered housewife syndrome. But I don't know. Yeah, Mexican Jamie Miguel, dude. He stacks the fuck up, man.
Is there a guest you want to get on the show that you haven't had on yet? Because I know you guys are starting to do that.
You know what? Maybe I would actually like Forrest, man. Forrest is a man, dude. I got to try to get Forrest on. I like people that have different views than me. I'm not really the echo chamber guy. Biden. I enjoy argument and conversation, so mostly people with different views. Buckley would be fun. That little, the cringe Lord Joaquin, that'd be a good one.
What about, have you seen Belal Muhammad this week? He's here.
Oh, Belal, that guy's a definite.
That video was kind of funny in the sense that you just started filming, and the look on his face, there's that second of where you can just see he's what the hell, and then Nick's kind of, breaks the ice a bit.
Well, it is with Belal, man, the motherfucker just runs his mouth on the tweet. I'm like, Belal, the fight will never happen. It will never. We've talked to UFC about it's not happening. If you don't like me and you want to scrap, here I am. I'm here. We could do gloves, no gloves. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. So it's just kind of annoying, Belal. Just shut the fuck up, dude. Go back to Miami. Tweet about Palestine. Just shut the fuck up.
What about at Xtreme Couture? It seems like you've kind of become a leader there now with all the fighters. They you bring a lot of camaraderie in the room. What's it been like? Because I know that was a camp switch a couple of fights ago, you just being there full time as opposed to where you were before.
So, me, Eric gives me great advice. He gives me help, but I'm a pretty much lone wolf. But, man, I love Eric as a fucking leader, man. Eric, as far as a leader, he's a guy that when you go into a fight, the man's in the fight with you. You know, when you're in the gym and you say, hey, Eric, I know this is what you're doing, this is the drill, but I'm fighting this guy. Can I change it? And Eric's the first one to be like, yeah, man, do what you fucking need. So it's nice to train with Eric, man. He's a true utter leader, man. He's a fucking captain, a general, solid motherfucker.
And before we go, I know you got other media stuff to do. Did you think with your upbringing and everything you've been through that you'd be, potentially fighting for a title next in your career?
I didn't even think I'd be in the UFC. I remember when I got my first UFC call, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's not supposed to happen. Again, this is what we should. Most UFC fighters are. So I guess that's a natural progression. Chris Curtis, my shield. Let's go. But yeah, no, man. Even here talking to people, it still trips me the fuck out.
Why did you take your shirt off on stage? Bert Kreischer?
No, man. Somebody asked me for my white, because I wear a white shirt all the time, right, guys? I just like them. You go to Walmart, they're like $10. They're fucking cheap. It's a nice shirt. So everybody's asking for autographs. So I said, fuck it. I wrote, don't be a pussy on it. I signed it, and I threw it off to the crowd. Why? They're good people, man. For the people.
Good to see you, Sean. Hope all works out, and we'll talk soon, man.
Thank you, I appreciate that.